Welcome to the 600 subscriber special. Hi, Charlie here. If you're watching, again, as just said, 600 subscribers. Easy, did that. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of cool. But so I thought, you know what would be kind of fun? Ask for Q&A questions from people. Could have been pretty much literally anything. But I've got 10 different comments I got with questions. So I'm just gonna go through all those and respond to them. All right, so yeah, let's just jump into it. All right, I had to do a little bit of a scene change up, but first question from Astera. My bad if I'm not pronouncing that right. You are here quite often. I apologize. But what top song made you a fan? Least favorite song on each album and least favorite overall? Have you ever had poutine? Real poutine with shredded cheese? And favorite Corvid? So, okay, in order 1 to 4. What top song made me a fan? So, back around the Blurry Face era, I was still in elementary school, but hearing Heathens on the radio, I remember used to love that song. Still like it, but used to love it. Um, like in car rides, that would come on due to the ending. I would say it's the best ending of any song. Uh, but back then, Heathens, but most recently, say Nico and the Niners. About maybe 2 or so years ago, maybe a little more than that, um, is when I really got into 21 Pilots, like how I am now. Um, Started with Nico and the Niners before I even knew any of the lore or anything like that, before I even knew there was lore. Um, I just walk around outside at night listening to that. Just really good song. Really got me into them. So yeah, I'd say Heathens and Nico and the Niners. But then least favorite song from each album and least favorite overall. In order of albums, including No Fun Intended Regional at Best, No Fun Intended would have to be Save. I like all the songs, including Save. It's just Save is my least favorite on there. And then with Regional at Best, uh, House of Gold. If you're watching this and have heard the Regional at Best version of House of Gold, I am sure that is not an unpopular opinion. But then for 21 Pilots, self-titled album, I would have to go with Oh Miss Believer. Uh, I don't dislike the song, but it's got its certain times where it's good to listen to it. It's not one of those play on repeat songs. Um, Same with my answer for Vessel, like Scream. Uh, I like it a lot, but it's not all the time. I like the rap verse, but just I like other songs more. For Flurry Face, my least favorite is Not Today. Um, Again, fine song. Um, just I like others more. I feel like it kind of feels a little out of place on the album, but still pretty solid. Um, for Trench, my least favorite song. That's a hard album to have a least favorite from, but I have to say Smithereens. Um, Again, not a bad song, but it's not one I'll put on and be like, okay, yeah, I want to listen to this over and over again right now. Um, it's a Jenna song, so it's sweet. It's got sentiment to it. Just and not an all the time song. But then Skilled and Icy, I'd say my least favorite is Saturday. Uh, just it was way overplayed when it came out, and like I just feel like it's the weakest on the album, especially lyrically. Uh, but then for Clancy, least favorite, unpopular opinion, Snapback. I'm not that crazy for it. Um, yeah, it's like it's Tyler checking in. He said it's him telling us how he's doing. Um, like yet again, I feel like it's not one of those just put it on, play it on repeat right now. For Breach, my least favorite, I'd go with Cottonwood. Um, and again, for the reason of it not really being a big replayable song. Kind of a downer. It's supposed to be. Um, but yeah. And then least favorite overall would have to be Regional at Best, House of Gold. Because like all credit to Tyler. He has done amazing work, but the Regional at Best House of Gold is not one of those. Um, my computer might get nudged. Don't do it. Okay. Well, all right. Um, but yeah, Regional at Best, House of Gold, least favorite of their songs overall. But then, have I ever had poutine? I have not. It looks good though. And then favorite corvid, I actually had to look up what corvid was. It's kind of like the crow family of birds. Uh, but I would have to go with ravens. They're cool. All right, question number 2 from Akuma9406. When and how were you first introduced to the pilots? Who's your favorite, Josh or Tyler? And what's your current favorite album besides Breach? So I was introduced to them back in elementary school. I forget exactly how, but my earliest memory of their music is um, so like we would have singing concerts in elementary school. All the classes would have them. But one year there was one of the classes ahead of mine uh, that had to sing House of Gold. So it could have been before Blurry Face. It could have been in the gap between Vessel and Blurry Face. But yeah, that's pretty much how I was introduced, if I recall correctly. But who's your favorite, Josh or Tyler? I would have to go with Tyler. No shame on Josh. Love Josh. But Tyler, he does a lot more instrumentally. Like the lyrics he writes are just amazing. Uh, the dance moves too. So Tyler gets my vote there. And then my current favorite album besides Breach would have to be Trench. Trench is my number 2. It was number 1, and then Breach came out and it topped it. But besides Breach, current favorite album would be Trench. Question 3 from Ashley Austin 7143. What's your favorite dinosaur? I would go with a Carnotaurus. It's like a smaller T-Rex almost, but with little horns on its head. Just looks cool. It's a cool guy. Like him a lot. Question 4 from Who is Pedro? 600 woohoo! Thank you. With the question, what is your favorite video game? And if you don't play any games, what's your favorite TV show? I'll answer both because why not? I believe I did respond to your comment there. I said Minecraft. That's my second favorite game of all time is The Last of Us. Amazing story, amazing graphics, amazing characters. Um, just love the game so much. I can rant about it for hours. I have to certain people. Uh, Amazing game. And then favorite TV show would be Community. If anyone's familiar with that, great show. Question number 5 from Lamadicia 9741. I think that's how it's pronounced. But congrats. Thank you. Do you play any other instruments? I've seen you playing the bass. You're very good at it. Thank you again. But yes, I do play other instruments. I have the bass guitar, like you said. I technically have 2 electrics. Um, one of which, though, is a very homemade one I got for $5 from a rummage sale. And then I have an acoustic guitar, and I've got a baritone ukulele. Those are the main ones I play. I switch what I upload. Um, but I've just been more into doing stuff with bass lately. Um, I do practice on the others. It just varies on what I upload. Uh, but yeah, I do play other instruments. And again, thank you. Question number 6 from VNN the Dev. Favorite song from each, I'm assuming, 21 Pilots album. From No Fun Intended, I would have to do Prove Me Wrong. Just good, happy, sad song. Regional at Best would be Lovely. Vessel, Truce, which is my all-time favorite of theirs. Blurry Face would be Goner. I like both versions a lot. If you don't know of a second version when I say both versions, there was a version in 2012, I believe. Uh, just Tyler playing the accordion. You can find that on YouTube. Um, but both very good, very emotional. Trench, favorite is Jumpsuit. Love the dirty bass. Constant throughout the whole album, but especially Jumpsuit. Scaled and Icy, favorites No Chances. Love the bass, love the darker sounding song. Very much a fan of those types of songs. From Clancy, my favorite's Navigating. Love the bass line. Just also, it was a very fun song to see live during the Clancy tour. And then off of Breach, my favorite is Tally. And fun thing about that, I saw the Pilots during the Breach tour in Milwaukee, and 2 shows later, they add Tally to the set list. So that was fun. Uh, Glad other people get to enjoy it at least. But man, I was mad. Still a little salty, but is what it is. All good songs. Then question number 7 from Dark Pixel. What's your favorite song on the new album Breach? Oh, ha, 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 good. Probably how that's pronounced there. Um, but favorite song, just said that in the favorite songs from each album question. But Tally, uh, love the bass in it. Uh, the rap verses are fun. Uh, I do Tally, City Walls, Intentions. A whole album, love it though. Have not stopped listening to it since it came out. But yeah, Tally is the favorite off of Breach. Question number 8 from Austin Rios. When are we getting a 600 sub special? Would you believe me if I told you this is that right now? And again for question 9 with Austin Rios here. Where do you live? At my house. Where else would I live? And then last but not least, question 10, Austin Rios. What's your address? My address is the place I live at. That I will say. All right. Well, thank you if you've made it this far. You made it to the end. Uh, all all the questions answered for the 600 subscriber Q&A. Um, but yeah, thank you everyone who has subscribed, watched, liked, commented. I will have more to come, plenty more music videos. Um, I don't really have any non-music related things in mind. Um, I'm always open to ideas, so if you ever have any, let me know. Um, but yeah, be on the lookout for more. Thank you for 600, 700 soon. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.